You think you're not qualified for technology consulting, but I guarantee you already have the skills. Let me prove it. Can I tell you a secret that every hiring manager in technology consulting already knows, but no one says it out loud? The best consultants aren't always the most technical people in the room. We are the ones who can connect the dots, calm the chaos, and get people to actually use the technology. And spoiler alert, if you've ever worked in human resources, training, operations, customer service, or literally kept an office from imploding, you already have the skills that translate into technology consulting. When I first entered into this industry, I did not know what an ERP was, let alone an ERP system. I just knew how to build relationships, translate technical jargon to clients, especially during my first project, which was the city of Detroit, and more importantly, get people ready for big changes. Listen, the first time I sat in a room full of technical bigwigs and consultants, I thought, Lord, have mercy. No, I'm in the wrong place. But guess what? By the end of that meeting, they were asking me how to get people on board with the rollout. Why? Because even the best systems fail when no one uses them. And that's where you come in. Let me rattle off some consulting skills and see how many you already have. Project coordination. Can you keep track of moving parts and make sure deadlines are in? Make sure deadlines are met? Consultant. Facilitation. Can you run a meeting and make people leave with clarity? Consultant. Training or coaching. Have you ever taught someone how to do something new at work? Consultant. Process thinking. Can you spot the broken link in how things get done? Consultant. Change management. Even if you didn't call it that, have you helped people navigate change at work, whether it be new leadership, new processes, new tools, new rules? That's the job, consultant. You're not underqualified. You've just been doing the work under a different job title. Let me take a couple of minutes right now to introduce myself. If this is the first time you're here on my channel, my name is Tammy L. Davis, and I'm the CEO and founder of Next Level Consulting Services. We are a successful technology consulting firm that has been in business since 2006. But I first came into the technology consulting industry in 1998. And you know what title I had? I was an administrative assistant. I did not go to school to be in technology consulting. I don't have a technical degree. I couldn't even code myself out of a wet paper bag. And needless to say, I made the transition from, again, being an administrative assistant to being now a technology consulting CEO. And I'm on a mission to show as many people as possible that you already have the skills, especially if you're a professional, to make a pivot into this industry. Now, I want to take a moment and have you do a quick exercise right now. Right now, grab a piece of paper and write this down. Your current or last job title, 3 tasks that you do regularly, and the result or outcome of those tasks. And what consulting role could you connect that to? I'm going to give you a few as an example. Scheduling team trainings, that could be a trainer or organizational change management specialist. Reporting issues to leadership, you could be a functional consultant or analyst. Running weekly stand-ups, that's a project coordinator. Or making standard operating procedures, that's an implementation consultant. You see, it's not about reinventing yourself. It's about reframing what you already do. Here's what tech consulting firms are desperately looking for: people who can build trust, communicate clearly, keep a project moving forward, especially when things get messy. They train you on tools, but they cannot train you on how to lead a room, calm a client, or translate complexity into action. This is where this is where you've got to know that your superpower lives there. and it's been living there all along. I know this episode may have hit differently. Maybe because for the first time, you could clearly see how your work history fits in this world. And if that's you, here's what I want you to do next. In the description, I want you to download a tool that I created specifically to you. So when you go to the description of this episode, you're going to see a link. I want you to click that link and you'll be directed to a free download. And what I created, it's called the Pivot Translator. It's a skill mapping tool that supports you in turning your experience into consulting language. And I want you to make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you join me next week because that's when I'm going to talk about taking real job titles in technology consulting and how to know which one fits you best. Again, don't forget to hit subscribe. Drop a comment below telling me what your last role was, and I just might reply with a specialized suggestion for your career pivot path.